So in this video, I'm gonna talk about your role in a relationship. You have to know your role in a relationship. What I mean by that is knowing what part you have to play. Cause you may have to be that person that have to give more than the other person. What I mean by that is you may be that person that have to be responsible of having like the keys or dinner or house being clean, you know um, stuff like that. And also you might have to be that person to have to comfort that person that you with often. They may have trouble of anger problem, they may have trouble of being sadness, depression. And when you have those things, you have to be mindful or know that you have to play a role if your mate doesn't have those problems. So you have to play a role of knowing when to act a certain way, when to not act a certain way. Because if somebody with a more up-tempo personality, normally happy or funny or energetic or ready to rock, you know what I'm saying? They may not want to be next to a person or the person that they with that always sad or down all the time and depressed. So if you not a person that could be able to handle that, then you kind of I could say you don't want to be involved with that. But at the same time, you have to have these skills in any relationship, even if you're not that person that can handle depression or you're not the type of person, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be, this life is hard, right? Majority of people struggling, want more money, want lots of money, want this, that, got to pay this bill. There's all sorts of problems going to school, dealing with family members. So if you're a person that's going through all that, you should by now have an idea or experience to how to deal with somebody. You may hate it because you might have to take care of one of your family members or a friend for a long period of time and you got stressed out and you don't want to deal with that. You might want a person that's the opposite of what you had to deal with in the past. But in general, you have to be able to be well-rounded in a relationship. You have to be able to have somebody that can make you happy, make you laugh, even if you're down all the time, to push you to go out and do some things to have fun. You know what I'm saying? So understand your role in a relationship and what you're dealing with. Even if you love somebody and you don't want to leave them. So you have to play a role to be able to conquer whatever problem they're having, that you have to be able to control it or dim it down or basically comfort them, because otherwise it's just going to be a downward spiral and it's going to get worse over time. So that's a major key, when you can learn these things by talking to somebody, when you meet somebody and they telling you about themselves and you tell, back and forth, and you have to think about, okay, if I date this person, this gonna be my role. I'm gonna have to be a person that constantly make this person laugh because they like to laugh, or this person has a grandmother that's sick and he has to take care of it. I might be the person that have to go to his grandma's house with them, you know what I'm saying, or take care of his grandma with them. So you can't get a relationship thinking that you're not gonna have any role. Like you think you know what I'm saying, you think it's gonna be smooth and gravy and just a coast. If you have that type of relationship most of the time, then that's fine. That's grats to you. If you have a type of relationship where it's pretty smooth surfing. But yeah, in these things you have to be able to have a lot of skills. And I don't understand how people been through so many relationships. I do understand, but like, you get what I'm saying, that been through so many relationships of different types of people and experiences and still don't know how to deal with certain situations that you've been through like 5 or 6, 10 times, And you have to be, you got to also understand, can this person play a role for me? Like, a lot of people, when they get into relationships, they give their person their all. You know, they love them. They give them all their love. They do anything for them. They die for them. They ride for them and stuff like that. And you have to be able to understand your role as a person, that, okay, my role is to give love. You know, can you receive it back? Because you gotta understand too, like, your love may be higher than the person that you dating, meaning that your expression, your emotions may be more outgoing and, you know, front street than the person that you dating. So you have to understand your role of when to say I love you, when to say I miss you, are you okay? You know what I'm saying? Because you can't overdo it. Like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? I love you. I love you. I love you. And because it becomes a point over time, it becomes, I guess, repetitive. It becomes aggravating. It becomes, you know, the person becomes that it's no feeling affection of it because you say it all the time. But you might have a person and your role is to tell them you love them 3 times a day. And you have to be ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I miss you. Oh, I want to see you. You have to be ready for that. So people are missing out and don't know how to connect with people in relationships because they missing those things that they should be doing to that person. And that comes from not knowing the person at all. Just because y'all had sex and y'all had a good time don't mean you know a person. Just because y'all had a long hour talk with that person don't mean you know that person. You know, it's just like schoolwork. You have to keep practicing and knowing what you're doing to become better and become perfect at it. You know? And so people get in these relationships and not do those things and don't know their role in their relationships. You know, like most family, a man, his role may be to pay the bills or make the most money, and a woman's role may be take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, or take out the trash or do the dishes. And, you know, some people would tell you, I'm not qualified to take that role. You know, I'm not qualified to, like, a man, like, trying to be a mothering. You know what I'm saying? You're not qualified for that. So you have to talk to that person and understand, okay, this is your role. This is what I need. Okay, this is what you need. Let's do this to work this out. You have to communicate. See, people's communication skills are really low. That because their brains, you know, societies have put people mind process real low. They dumbing society down. They dumbing you down. You know, they making you not think things through in the relationship. They want you to go with the flow, go with the moment. And when you go with the flow in the moment, you tend to know not to help that person, know anything about that person, wonder why your relationship is ended so early and you heartbroken. And I'm telling you, man, you just open the doors are full of demons. You know what I'm saying? To bother you and mess with you and stuff like that. But yeah, know your role in the relationship. Talk to that person and see what is your role for them, what is their role for you. What did you need to do? What do they need to do? And they have no choice but to apply it, but to do it because you want to be with that person. You want to make it work right. So you have no choice to do it. Otherwise, ain't no point in being with that person. You know what I'm saying? But if you really so-called love that person like everybody saying, oh, I love you, then show love, show affection, show that you want to make it work. Show that, look, this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? But, and also it could be times where it be too late when you try to play your role, you know, what you should have been doing in the first place. Sometimes in relationship, it could be too late. You know, the relationship could be finished. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just done for. Y'all ready to move on. Y'all not happy. The sex ain't right. And et cetera, et cetera. And a person come out of nowhere trying to play the role. Oh, I'm going to be a better man. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to buy the kids this. I'm going to rub your feet. I'm going to massage you. I'm going to run you bathwater. I'm going to cook you food. And at that time, you know, you may think, oh, what? That the person act different. But you have to understand the person doing that just to keep you longer. Because they're going to eventually stop what they're doing. They're just trying to keep you longer to manipulate you. Or, you know what I'm saying, that you have to understand, like, when it's too late, it's too late. Once you miss the bus, you got to wait for the next one. Sometimes when you miss the bus, you miss an interview, or you not on work on time, it's the same examples. When it's too late when the relationship is kind of broken, you can't really like glue it back together. I mean, you can glue it back together, but it's still gonna be cracks, and you get, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be sealed up. So it could be times where it be too late. You know, you decide to play your role where you should have been doing it a long time ago, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work for that person. You know what I'm saying? So you want to start that. You want to start off communication skills from the beginning, from the start. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I think I said everything I had to say. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the description below. Videos you want me to do, or suggestions, or scenarios you want me to talk about or break down, leave them down below. Until then, you see me next video.